side in Arab, Boaz on third downs defensively were giving up 76% third down conversions. They weren't getting off the field on third downs. The last 2 weeks against Sardis and Douglas, they've only given up 6 out of 21 third down conversions, 29%, so they've gotten off of the field. And total defense in the second half of the last 2 games, the Boaz Pirates have only given up a total of 22 yards, total yards, in the last 2 weeks in the second half. So that's been the big key for the Boaz Pirates. Although they've given up 21 points to Sardis and Douglas, that was first half. Boaz has made the adjustments and come out in the second half the last 2 weeks and really shut both of those teams down. This is a team tonight, Lee, as we talked about earlier, and with Coach Sullivan, good athletic team, probably the best group of receivers that we will have played all year. So that's going to be the big thing for the night for the Pirates. Defensively, what's the pass? And we've been susceptible on passing this year, and so that's going to be a big key for the Pirates tonight.
This is arguably the coolest night we've had to play a football game on Friday night this season. For the most part, we have had absolutely beautiful, pleasant temperatures, save for the first game of the year, which was extremely hot. But things have cooled off here, and that's you can actually see some of the players' breath as they're coming out of their helmet a little bit. And it's not terrible. It's not cold.
52 degrees at kickoff.
It's rather cool.
Yeah, it'll be at 52 degrees here at kickoff. We'll be down into the 40s before the game is over. So, as you said, coolest night of the season, and it's the last night of the regular season. You know it's cool and chilly when Coach Jeremy Sullivan's got long pants on.
Not something we've seen very often since he's been here in his 7th year. And the 2 teams coming out onto the field, Lee did not get here till, 10 minutes after 6, and they came out on the field. And the Generals are going to be wearing the visiting whites trimmed in, what do we call that, navy blue, I guess?
Yeah, some kind of dark navy and the gold. And
the navy headgear and navy numerals. And Boaz is in the home grays tonight with the crimson numerals and the gray headgear and the trim in crimson. So we're getting ready to kick this one off. And, Ricky, you talked about this last week, but an opportunity here for Boaz to even up the record on the season, finishing the year as they did a year ago with 3 straight wins.
Yeah, 3 straight wins, and would be a huge momentum booster to end with 3 straight wins going into next week's first round of the state playoffs at 5-5 and on a winning streak. Boaz, Lee won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Boaz will receive the opening kickoff. And last week, Elijah Kelly had a great night returned a kickoff 89 yards for a touchdown, and Coach Sullivan talked about that. That was a big boost. Douglas had actually taken a lead last week, and that was one thing he mentioned. And he, of course, also mentioned Jose Arguin, his field goal, and he also praised his punting, how much better it is this year than last year. Let's hope we don't see him punting tonight.
Brandon Johnson will be kicking off here for Lee. And he's going to get this one down to Elijah Kelly, who will return it from the 18-yard line. He found some room up the middle of the field, and he will be taken down at the 40 by number 19, Bishop Taylor. And Boaz will start with really good field position here to start their first drive of the game. And we'll see what Boaz decides to do here, Ricky. Earlier in the year, Boaz was more of a, I would call, more of a balanced offense, but in the last few weeks we've seen them become much more run heavy.
We have that kickoff return 23 yards by Elijah Kelly sets Boaz up in good position at their 41.
Pistol formation as Tyler Pierce takes a snap, hands off to Presley Fant running off the left side. He crosses the 45-yard line and is grabbed around the ankles by number 21, Aaron Mertz, but that's a 5-yard gain on first down for Boaz. It'll be 2nd and 5. The formation on that play had moved from left to right, but they took the handoff to the left, and Boaz is going to spread it out here. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Pierce takes the shotgun snap and gets it out to Ja'Kai Hudgens, right along the first down stake. We'll see whether they mark his forward progress as he was driven backwards once he caught it by Jacob Williams. And they will mark him a yard shy of the first down right there at midfield.
Right at midfield, yeah. That was close. Could have been a...
I think he was too, Troy. The chain, he caught it at the chains. But
yeah, that's what I thought.
But they mark him a yard shy. But he 3rd and 1 here as Tristan Childers is checked into the offensive backfield, and he lines up to the right hip of Pierce. And there's a hard count, and Lee had about 4 or 5 men jump off sides.
Yeah. I kind of knew that was coming.
So that will move the chains here without Boaz having to run a play, and we'll take it down to the Lee 45 where it's 1st and 10. First drive of the game just underway here at Corley Stadium. Final home game of the year, regular season game. Formation moves from right to left here. Pierce in the gun. Again goes with a hard count. Lee more disciplined this time, and they get the audible from Coach Sullivan on the sideline, lined up on the right side, right hash. And here is Pierce rolling to his left. He wants to set up and throw. He's going to air one out, and it is incomplete. Threw it short for Ja'Kai Hudgens down along the 25-yard line as he was sprinting toward the sideline. And he threw it in between about 3 or 4 Lee defenders there.
Yeah, he just a good try, but just missed him. So 2nd down and 10.
And here are the Pirates in the pistol, and there is a Pierce called for the snap, but the snap didn't come, and everybody else moved. And that will cost Boaz 5 yards here. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 back to midfield. And Noah Guile is back in there at center, as we mentioned in the pregame. He has been out for the last couple of weeks. Boaz will employ 2 men in the backfield, flanking Pierce. Stack formation to the right, 1 man wide left. Here's motion by one of those receivers coming to the near side, and Pierce is going to take the snap, and this one is going to be blown dead. A flag is thrown, and I think Boaz is going to be guilty again of a false start.
Whoever the motion guy was, I think he turned up a little too soon.
I could not tell who it was that was in motion. But now Boaz will face 2nd and 20 after moving the ball. 2 penalties, an incompletion, and then 2 penalties have forced them back to the 45, their own 45 here. So 2nd and 20. You don't have to get it all back in one chunk, but let's see what they do. Childers is the setback. Pierce with 2 on the play clock. He's going to fake to Childers. Now he'll run it himself, looking for some room. He's at midfield to a 45. Big collision there. So he gets back the original line of scrimmage, the 10 yards that they lost on the penalty, and Boaz will face 3rd and 10. He and Jaden Jewell really collided there, Ricky, at the 45-yard line.
So 3rd down and 10. Boaz on the season converting on 45% of 3rd down conversions.
2 men wide to the left, 2 to the right, and Boaz is going to take a timeout, I think. I'm not sure what the issue is. Coach Sullivan is questioning something. Not sure what the issue is. But
well,
it's definitely 3rd down.
It's definitely 3rd down, yeah, because we had the incomplete pass
on first.
And then had 2 penalties, and then the run by Tyler Pierce.
So we have a timeout on the field. No score with 9:09 to play first quarter. This is the Boaz Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Fall's around the corner, and so is your Husqvarna dealer. Husqvarna is known for high-performing, durable, and innovative products. So is it any wonder why your Husqvarna dealer is the best in the business at what they do? Providing products, maintenance, parts, and accessories whenever and wherever you need them. With a nationwide network of dealers, you don't have to go far. Visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Boaz called timeout. Not sure what the issue was, but nevertheless, the Pirates face 3rd and 10 from the Lee 45 here on their first drive of the game. 9:09 to play first quarter.
If they can pick up, if they don't get the first down, if they can pick up at least 5 yards, I wouldn't be surprised if Boaz doesn't go for it on 4th down.
Tristan Childers in the backfield. He has not carried it yet on this drive. Here's Pierce. He's going to back up and look to throw. Setting up. Plenty of time. Pass is caught. Beautiful throw and catch there to Bo Brock down at the 30, and that'll be a first down. Brock went and found Ricky some space down around the hash on the left side, and Pierce threw a bullet to him.
He
Bishop
did.
Taylor on the stop.
16 yards on the pickup, so forget that and having to go for it on 4th down.
So at the 29-yard line, the Pirates have a new set of downs here. 2 men in the backfield with Tyler Pierce. Here's Ty Sullivan in motion left to right. Here is a give to Childers. No, there's a fake to Childers and a pass out to Presley Fant out of the backfield, and he is carrying a man inside the 20-yard line down to about the 15 where he's taken out of bounds. That'll be a first down. We have not seen that play this year as they took Fant out of the backfield, and the formation went left and he went right and was wide open.
Yeah, and a great pickup.
So first and 10 at the 15.
Gunnersville leads Albertville 2-0. So they got an early safety.
2 men in the backfield. Here's Pierce. He's going to leave it with Childers. Childers running to the left. Big pile there as he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A gain of about 5. Aaron Mertz made the tackle, but Boaz doing a good job here, Ricky, mixing it up on this first drive.
Yeah, 3 runs for 22 yards, 3 completed passes for 34.
Both ends split away. And here is a give again to Childers running to the left. He's going to be close to the first down, but I think he'll be short as he was driven back by number 6, Jeremiah Strickland. And Boaz will need a yard here on 3rd down at the 6-yard line. Boaz is going to bring in some heavy metal, if you will, as they check out a few guys, and I imagine they're going to put everybody in tight here. 3rd and 1, Childers in the backfield, lined up behind Presley Fant in the eye to the right of Pierce. Pierce is going to keep. He broke one tackle. He broke another tackle. He's in! Touchdown, Boaz! Tyler Pierce with a tremendous run off the right side. Broke a couple of tackles and takes it in for the score. That is his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be stopped or do a good job just to get the first down, but he squirted through the hole and picked up the touchdown.
And here is Jose Arguin to attempt the extra point. There is a flag coming in. I think Lee was offsides. The extra point is good. And I think they're going to have to re-kick it. Yeah, so they blew it dead. And here comes the Lee band into the stadium.
As you said, probably a little bit late, but
We'll retry the extra point.
With 7:12 to go in the first quarter. We'll look forward to their entertainment at the half.
yeah.
All right, here's Jose again to try to attempt the extra point. And this one is
blocked.
blocked as Lee came right up the middle, and that is the first miss of the season by Jose.
Yeah,
after that was blown dead on all sides, and he misses the second one.
I believe it was number maybe 99. Javion Slaughter looks like it got through to block it.
So we go to the kickoff with 7:12 to play in the first. Boaz leading at 6-0. This is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
This is Julie Battles for Twilight Monument Company. It's hard to lose someone you love, and at Twilight Monument Company, they want to help give your loved one a nice memorial that you can enjoy for generations. Come see my papa, Jerry Battles, at Twilight Monument Company, 256-593-7792.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Boaz leading at 6-0. There are some other games being played tonight. Let me run them down for you. Douglas is at North Sand Mountain. Gunnersville is at Albertville. Ricky already told you the Wildcats lead that one 2-0. Sardis is at Hoax Bluff. Decatur is at Scottsboro. Woodville at Asbury. Fife defeated Sylvania last night. Geraldine defeated Hatton last night. West End's at Glencoe. Brindley Mountain at Gaston. Southside is at Etowah. And Center Point at Leeds. We'll talk more about those two games a little bit later on. Here is the kickoff coming down to one of the up men. That is number 19, Bishop Taylor. And Taylor is going to catch it and struggle forward to about the 29-yard line. It'll be first down there for Lee.
McKinnon, I don't know if that was a delayed from the touchdown or not.
I don't know, but it was late.
It was.
I think they may have been signaling the Lee band coming into the stadium. All right, 1st and 10 at the 29 for the Generals here. Their first offensive possession. That drive for Boaz, almost 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes and 5 minutes 48 seconds, and a good drive.
And here are the Generals, and they have Patrick Bailey, the sophomore, at quarterback here, the 5'9", 182-pounder. He's got 3 wide receivers lined up to the left, which is the wide side of the field, and a flag is thrown. I think we may have a delay of game here. And we do. A delay on the first play from scrimmage for Lee. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. 9 plays, 59 yards, 448. I didn't give the drive
there you go.
For the Boaz touchdown. But, yeah, you're right. First play of the game on the drive, you usually don't see that. Usually the teams are ready to go.
So that backs them up 5 yards, and Lee will now face 1st and 15 from their own 24. So 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 man in the backfield with Patrick Bailey, the quarterback. Bailey in the shotgun, puts a man in motion right to left, calls for the snap, and he has it. He's going to hand off. He is getting it to the running back, Carlin Long, and Long is going to take it for about a gain of a couple. He ran a whole lot more. Actually, Ricky, that was number 8 who carried the ball, Terrell Matthews.
Yes. He was their leading rusher against us last year.
Isaac Fawcett on the tackle. 2nd and about 12. We'll call it a 3-yard gain for Matthews there. And here's motion by one of the receivers. He's going to circle around, and they're going to throw it to him on a little swing pass. That's Brandon Johnson, and Johnson is taken out of bounds. That was a good play that time by Marquise Crutcher, as Crutcher was all the wiser to that one. No gain on the play. Got him right there at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 12 for the Generals here.
This is what we talked about in our open, that Boaz, the last couple of weeks, have been doing a great job of getting off the field on 3rd down, and here's the first opportunity of the night for that.
Yeah, on 3rd and 12, as Bailey is in the shotgun, 2 men flanked to both sides here. There is a hard count. Nobody went over the line for Boaz, although one person did take a step toward the line. And he's going to have to hurry. Play clock at 1 second, and they don't get it off. It's going to be another delay of game here on Lee. Bailey took forever back there to get the snap, and the snap came after the play clock went down to 0.
You said they were going to have to hurry, and that was a 40-second time.
Yeah.
40-second clock. So now it's 3rd and 17 from the 22. They've got to get to the 39.
All right. Again, 2 men flanked to both sides. Ball on the right hash here, moving left to right as you listen. And here is Bailey, throws it up. It is batted down. It is intercepted at the 15, 10, 5. He's gone. Touchdown, Boaz. Jacob Guerreri. Somebody got in, put their hands up, and the ball went straight up in the air. Guerreri plucked it out of the air and takes it in for the touchdown. That is Guerreri's first interception of the season. And I believe it may be his first career interception. I will check on that. And here's Jose after his first extra point was blocked, trying to make good on this one. Boaz defenses it much better, and the kick is good. 5:18 remaining in the first quarter. Boaz leads it 13-0 on Jacob Guerreri's pick 6, the first interception of his career.
20-yard return.
We'll be back. This is the Boaz Network.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Hello, I'm Dylan Battles with Twilight Monument Company here in Boaz. We have one of the largest selections on Sand Mountain. I invite you to come by and see my papa, Jerry Battles at Twilight Monument Company. Give us a call at 256-593-7792.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
An improbable play as the Boaz Pirates get a pick 6 by Jacob Guerreri. I did not see who deflected the pass.
I could not tell that either.
It may have been Fant. He may have been coming from the left. Anyway, the ball went straight up in the air. Jacob Guerreri took it out of the air and returned it 20 yards
and when
for the
he
score.
caught it, I don't think the league players knew where it was at.
And here's a squib kick. The ball is loose. Boaz may have it. Jose kicked a squib. It went off of the Lee player. Lee says they fell on top of it as they try to unpile everybody. It hit a Lee player as it went by and then bounced off the chest of another General. And as they unpile, no
Lee's
signal
got
yet.
it.
I believe Lee has the ball.
12, I believe, is who came out of there with it.
Jaden Jewell, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 36 for Lee. Boaz almost got that one. And so the Generals will have it at the 36. Do we have a penalty against the Pirates here, I believe.
I don't know what that is.
Personal foul against Boaz. Here's Lee. Here is a handoff and a great play inside by Jacob Guerreri as a handoff went to Matthews, I believe. Matthews has his jersey kind of scrunched up, Ricky. It's hard to tell if that's an 8 or a 9 or a 6, but it is Matthews on the carry, and he's going down right there at midfield, which was the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no gain on the play. Good job by Guerreri.
So 2nd down 10 here for the Generals. 3 men wide left, 1 to the right. Quarterback LaShawn Van in now, and he's going to keep it and carry it himself, and he's going to be taken down after a modest gain. Carson Gable, first man there, finished off by Valerio Garcia. A gain of about 4 to the Boaz 46, and now it'll be 3rd and 6 for Lee. So Patrick Bailey started the game at quarterback, had got 2 delays of game, and then threw the pick 6, and then they get LaShawn Van in there, who played against us last year for most of the game, and he's in on this 3rd down and 6, and they're going to have to hurry to get this one off. 2 men wide left, 1 to the right. Van in the shotgun, 2 seconds, 1 second, and this one is going to be, a timeout's going to be called. They were about to get another delay of game. They're having a hard time getting the plays in from the sideline, and Lee spends their first timeout of the half. Boaz leading it 13-0 with 3:48 in the first. This is the Boaz Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Fall's around the corner, and so is your Husqvarna dealer. Husqvarna is known for high-performing, durable, and innovative products. So is it any wonder why your Husqvarna dealer is the best in the business at what they do? providing products, maintenance, parts, and accessories whenever and wherever you need them. With a nationwide network of dealers, you don't have to go far. Visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
13-0 here. The Pirates scored on their opening drive of the game, and then on Lee's ensuing drive, Boaz got a pick six from Jacob Guerreri. This is the next drive for Lee. They have it at the Boaz 46 now on a 3rd and 6. And referee Eric Scott puts the ball in play, and we're ready to go with LaShawn Van at quarterback. Has a man in motion left to right. Takes the snap. He is going to fake a handoff. He's going to throw over the head of his intended receiver, Brandon Johnson, who actually had a step on the defender, Crutcher.
And that was Bailey back in at quarterback on that play.
Yes, it was. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Lee, and it looks like they're going to check the punt team in here at the Boaz. They have the ball at the Boaz 46. And Johnson, after running that route, is going to back up and punt here. Boaz is not going to put anybody deep, as they're content, as you might imagine, to let this one roll dead and get the offense back out there, leading 13-0. Snap back to Johnson is low. He digs it out and gets the kick off. And it's going to take a good Lee roll, and we'll go out of bounds at about the 10, about the 10-yard line where they're going to mark it. So, or 15, pardon me.
Yeah.
So it'll be Boaz football there at the 15-yard line as the offense is coming on to the field to start their second offensive drive with a 13-point lead. Boaz could put a lot of pressure on the Generals here, Ricky, if they could get a long scoring drive.
Yeah, and that first drive, almost 5 minutes. So that's what you need to do now and take a 3-score lead.
Tristan Childers in the pistol behind Pierce. They move the formation to the right, slot to the right as well. Here's a give to Childers. Childers finding some room off the left side, and the hole closed up quickly as Jacob Williams slid over to make the play. A 4-yard gain up to the 19 for Childers as Boaz has the ball on the near side hash. One man wide right, 2 to the left now for Boaz as Pierce is in the shotgun with Childers lined up to his left hip. Here's motion by Sullivan, and now motion from the right side. And here is Pierce. Is he going to run pass option? He's going to keep it here, and he's going to run out of bounds as he ran up the back of Sullivan over on the near sideline at about the 23-yard line. Boaz will need a couple of yards here. Pierce had a hole there, and he took advantage of it. And a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 Boaz at the 23. Pierce gets his offense set. And a shift to the right. Childers the setback. Pierce went with a hard count. Lee was disciplined. And here's the audible from the sideline with 5 on the play clock. Pierce takes the snap. He's going to hand to Childers. Got a good kick out block. Childers trying to find some room. Won't find any. It closed up nicely there. The Lee defense able to stop Childers for no gain. Aaron Mertz filled the hole from his linebacker position. And Boaz will face 4th and 2. And they'll have no choice here but to punt backed up to their 23-yard line. Well, I say they do. I don't think they're sending in the punting unit. Looks like Boaz is going to go for it here. Big gamble here on your own 23-yard line. And they tried to go for the hard count, but now Pierce, I think, is going to back up and kick this one. Takes the snap and gets it out of there. Nobody deep for Lee. And one of the receivers, or one of the cornerbacks, caught it. He's still on his feet and is going to be taken down at the Boaz 40 and finally out of bounds. That was a weird-looking play as one of the gunners was coming down for Boaz, and the guy that was guarding him just jumped up in the air and caught the ball and returned it back to the Boaz 40-yard line. So that was not the desired result.
No, that's not what you want, but nonetheless, a return.
I think Boaz probably in the similar situation would put the regular punter out there going forward.
Exactly.
I think Van is back in at quarterback here. 1st and 10 at the 40 for Lee, at the Boaz 40. Here's the snap. There's a handoff. There's a reverse and a little flea flicker. And that ball is up in the air and incomplete. That ball was a wounded duck in the middle of the field. Boaz had about 4 or 5 defenders around it, but nobody could get to it as it was caroming toward the field very quickly. Somebody got a hand on it as they were putting pressure on. I guess it was Bailey who's back there in there.
Bailey's in there now.
So it's 2nd and 10 after the deflection on the incompleted pass. Bailey with a hard count, looks to the sideline for an audible. Carlin Long is the setback, lined up to the right of Patrick Bailey. And they are going to hand it off to him, and no, he kept it. Bailey couldn't get it to Long, and Bailey is snowed under over there on the far sideline by Jacob Guerreri, who's having a terrific first half. That's going to be a loss back to the 41, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11 for Lee.
Yeah, Bailey tried to hand it to Long, and something happened. The connection wasn't made. Bailey ended up keeping it, and as you said, great play by Guerreri to drop him for a yard loss. Now here we are, 3rd and 11. So
Boaz trying to get a man off the field late, and they do. 3rd and 11 for Lee, and I think Boaz is going to have to take a timeout here. I think Boaz wanted to substitute for one player, and the player who went in told the wrong player to come off the field. They were trying to go to a nickel or dime package on this 3rd and 11, and Boaz has had to spend their 2nd timeout of the first half. With 1:13 to play, this is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Ricky, we got a clarification on the penalty on the kickoff a few minutes ago that it was sideline interference, the personal foul against Boaz. So that's the reason Lee got 15 yards out of it. Didn't come back to hurt Boaz here, but now Lee faces a 3rd and 11 at the Boaz 41. And the shotgun formation for the Generals here. 3 men wide right, 1 to the left. And Bailey backs up. He's going to heave it as deep as he can. A man's running under it, incomplete at the goal line. He almost got there. I think the intended receiver was number 23, Zion Thomas. And he had beaten his man over on the far side, but the pass was just off of his fingertips and incomplete. And that will bring up 4th down again for Lee. And I think Johnson is going to punt again for the Generals. This time Boaz is going to put Wade Dobbins back deep at about the 10-yard line. We'll see if he decides to catch it or not. Here's Johnson's punt, and it is going away from Dobbins. It is going to take a Lee bounce, and instead of the Lee offense letting the ball bounce again, they catch it at the 8-yard line. I think they could have
maybe let it roll a little bit longer.
Right. But Boaz will have it at the 8, and it'll be 1st and 10 right there at the soccer box line. And the Pirates did not do very well on their previous drive. They went 3 and out. Let's see if they can get something going here on this 1st and 10 from their own 8. Just 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. They're going to put 2 men in the backfield with Pierce, and they're going to split both ends away. Bo Brock's way out here beyond the numbers on the right, or excuse me, the left. Here's Pierce. He wants to hand off, and he does hand off, and the ball is fumbled by Childers, and he's got to fall on it, and that is going to be a safety in the end zone. That was a disastrous play there as Boaz Pierce tried to hand off to Childers. Looked like he wanted to keep it, then he handed it off, and the ball was dropped all the way back into the end zone, and he fell on it back there for the safety. So that will put 2 points up on the board for the Lee Generals, and Boaz will have to kick here from their own 20. That was not what Boaz wanted.
That is not what we wanted, no.
Just indecision there on the part of the Boaz offense. They just did not execute. So now Jose is going to have to try to get a leg into one here as Boaz is going to have to kick from the 20 on the free kick. And Jose, I thought he might try to put it on the tee from there, but I think he's going to punt it. And I believe he is going to choose to punt the ball. Or is he? Yeah, he's waiting on the tee. The tee is coming in from the sideline. One of the managers is bringing it in, and he is going to tee it up. I think that's probably, from his perspective, what he would rather do.
Yeah, and just maybe kick it deep.
Yeah, he can kick it a long way off that tee. No wind to speak of, just cold out there tonight. You and Troy and I were talking earlier about sure is nice to be indoors tonight. Next week we'll be back outside in the visitor bleachers.
Wherever we're at, yes.
Right, either Southside or Leeds, we'll talk about that. And here is a squib. It's going to go off of a Lee General. There's a scramble for it. And I think Boaz may have fallen on it, Ricky, as it hit off the leg of one of the Lee players. And they unpile. And who has it?
16 for
I
Lee.
think 16 got on it, Caleb Schultz. And it's up to the 36-yard line, so Lee's going to have really good field position here. They haven't done anything offensively, however. And Boaz has missed out on 2 golden opportunities on kicks as Jose has hit it off of a lead player, but Boaz unable to fall on it. 1st and 10. At the 36 of Boaz here as they start this drive, and it is LaShawn Van in at quarterback here. 3 men wide right. Setback is Carlin Long. Van in the gun. Puts a man in motion. That's Mertz from left to right. And here is Van. He's going to run a little option to Long. Long has it at the 30 and it run out of bounds over on the far side at about the 27 or 28-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and about 3. That was Tyler Osborne who ran him out of bounds over there, but that's the best play from scrimmage tonight for the Generals.
Yeah, 8-yard run there.
So 2nd down and 2. As they have Matthews in the backfield now. Van takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Matthews. Matthews running straight ahead. He's close to the 1st down. He only needed a couple there on 2nd down. I think Valerio Garcia made the tackle. They will mark him just short. He needs inches. It's 3rd down and inches here. They have not gotten a 1st down yet. As time is running down here in the first quarter of play, Boaz trying to get some men on the field and off the field late. And there is the handoff, and Boaz will stop him behind the line. Boaz just did get those two players off the field before the snap.
Looks like it was Matthews that took the play.
And that's going to end the first quarter. That was a loss of a couple, and Boaz will have Lee in a 4th down situation when we come back. The Pirates lead it 13-2. We're back in a moment on the Boaz Network.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal
is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more, from large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
We go to the second quarter of play. Lee is facing 4th and 2 at the Boaz 28.
Boaz stuffed them on that 3rd and inches play. Let's see if they can get off the field here.
On the season, Boaz holding opponents to just 20% on 4th down. Crazy formation here, and a timeout is called. Is there a flag? No, a timeout taken by Lee. And so they're going to take their second timeout of the half here before the second quarter ever starts. And we'll take it with them. Again, Boaz leading at 13-2. This is the Boaz Network. Fourth down and 2 yards to go for Lee. We believe they broke the huddle, Ricky, that time with 12 men, but no flag was thrown.
Yeah,
they called timeout.
Yeah, they were able to get a timeout, and Coach Sullivan asked the officials during that timeout, and I don't think he got the answer that he wanted. Nonetheless, 4th down, crazy turn of events so far in the last few minutes of this game.
Boaz leading at 13-2 as we start the second quarter. Lee calling timeout. They're going to that crazy formation again here with about 4 or 5 men in the backfield. Now they're going to put them all up on the line. And here is motion out of the backfield by Johnson. And here is Matthews taking the direct snap, and he's going nowhere. Jacob Guerreri got him for a loss, and they will turn it over on downs. What a play by Jacob Guerreri, who's having a tremendous game so far.
First 12 minutes of the game, yeah.
And there's a man on the field injured for Lee. I think it may be Matthews. He took the direct snap out of that crazy formation. They had about 4 or 5 men back there with him, and then they all went to the line of scrimmage, and he stayed back there to take the direct snap. And Guerreri was wise to it, and he puts Matthews on the ground, and he's still on the ground.
Nobody blocked Guerreri, and like I said, he dropped him for a yard loss, and Boaz takes over on downs. Hopefully Boaz can iron out the kinks of what's gone wrong. The last couple of times they've had the ball. The first drive went 9 plays, 59 yards, took almost 5 minutes for the touchdown, but the last couple of series and possessions has not been great for the Pirates.
It has not. There's been some indecision on the part of Pierce, and there's been some a fumble for a safety, and just got to get it back together here as we start the second quarter.
Like I said, 9 plays, 59 yards of first drive. The last 2 plays, the last 2 possessions, 4 plays, 3 plays and 8 yards, 3 plays and out, and then the last one we had it, inside the 10 and fumbled it in the end zone, gave up the safety. So just not been the last good 2 series.
Matthews still down on the field here. The Pirates would like to get some things going. They have not really gotten the running game going a whole lot. They did the first series pretty well, and Matthews can't put any weight on his right leg, it does not appear. I doubt we see him again tonight.
Yeah, that's
and he's the man that started the game for them at running back.
Yeah, he has carried it 5 times. They've not done real well at all running the ball, but nonetheless, he's one of their main cogs.
So Boaz will have it, as Ricky told you, at the 29-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field here. Now moving left to right as you listen, as we have 11:54 to go in the second quarter. Boaz is going to stack a pair of receivers to the right, and Tristan Childers is going to line up in the pistol behind Pierce, and they're going to hand it to Tristan. Tristan broke a tackle 30, 35. He's at the 40, ran over a man, 45, 50. He's at the 45 and pushed out of bounds. Tremendous run by Tristan Childers. As we said in the pregame, Ricky, he ran the last 2 weeks for a combined 363 yards, and that was the kind of runs that he made in those last 2 weeks.
That run, 26 yards, and as Coach Sullivan said, he gets better as the game goes along.
Stacking the receivers to the left this time, and they're going to hand it to Tristan again, this time running left. Made a nice cut back to the middle. He's to the 40. He's to the 35-yard line. I think that's going to be a first down as he's taken down by number 22, Damaris Carroll. And that will be a first down, and Boaz is ready to go. They're moving in a hurry here.
Another 11-yard pickup.
Childers will get the carry again, this time going left. Not much room over there this time, though, and they're going to stop him at the line of scrimmage. Zion Thomas moved off of his block to make the stop. So second down and 10 now. Boaz will slow it down just a little bit. They were going really quick there for a couple of plays. Bo Brock's going to be the wide receiver to the right, and Ja'Kai Hudgens is going to stack up here with him over here on the near numbers. They move the formation from left to right. And there's a hard count, and I believe Lee jumped over the line there. I think Boaz is going to get 5 yards out of it. Yes, offsides, the signal from referee Eric Scott, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Lee. And Boaz will have it now, Ricky, at the Lee 29.
Second such penalty of the night for Lee, jumping offsides. Tyler getting him to do it, and he's done it a lot over the last couple of years.
That puts Boaz in 2nd and 5 with Childers lining up in the pistol formation behind Tyler Pierce. Here is a give to Childers running to the right. Made a nice cut. He's to the 30. That's a first down for Boaz as he's inside the 30 to about the 28 or 23. Zion Thomas on the stop again, but Boaz will move the chains. They've kept it on the ground here. We talked about before this series started that they had not run it particularly well since the first series, but this one has been all on the ground. And here's Pierce again with Childers lined up behind him in the pistol on 1st and 10. They move the formation to the left. Here's a give to Childers. Childers running to the left, and meeting him in the hole was number 0, Skylar Mertz. And that's going to be no gain on the play, or maybe even a loss of a yard. Yeah, they're going to mark him back to the 24. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Pirates here. Mason Gaither is going to check into the game as Carson Gable will come out. And Presley Fan also is going to come in, and Childers will take a little bit of a rest here. He's been the workhorse on this drive. 2nd down and 11 for the Pirates at the 24. Pierce has them set. Fant motions out of the backfield, and Pierce is going to set up to throw. He's going to throw into the end zone, has a man down there. It is caught! Touchdown, Boaz! Bo Brock. His 3rd touchdown of the season, his 2nd consecutive week that he's caught a touchdown pass, and a beautifully thrown ball by Tyler Pierce.
Yeah, beautiful throw by Tyler, and great catch by Bo Brock. Touchdown, Boaz.
That is the 13th touchdown pass of the season for Tyler Pierce, and he is now responsible as Arreguin's kick is away and good. Pierce now responsible with his rushing touchdown earlier and now his passing touchdown for 22 touchdowns on the year. 9:34 in the half. Boaz now leading at 20-2. This is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Hello, I am Ryan Battles with Twilight Monument Company. I'd love for you to come by and see my papa, Jerry Battles, for all your monumental needs. Give us a call at Twilight Monument Company at 256-593-7792.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
up behind him. And he's going to hand off to Tristan. Tristan is going to keep inside. He's going to fight his way forward to about the 35-yard line. That was a hard 4 yards there for Tristan Childers. Number 12, Jaden Jewell on the stop. Actually, they're going to give him 5 yards up to the 36. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Boaz here. Brock and Hudgens will go wide left. And here is Childers again in the pistol on 2nd and 5 behind Pierce. Tyler takes the snap. He's going to fake. He's going to throw out on a screen to Hudgens. Hudgens has it 40, 45, 50. Jakai to the 45 and is pushed out of bounds inside the Lee 45. That was the screen we've seen, and he got a good block out there by Bo Brock. Able to spring him up to the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Pirates in general territory.
That was a pickup of 20 yards. Pierce to Hudgens.
And Jakai continues to add to his catch total and yardage total, which are creeping up the Boaz record books. Pierce, hand off to Childers off the right side. Childers is met in the hole and gobbled up after a gain of a yard. I believe it was Jeremiah Strickland who got him. Good pursuit that time by Lee, but a 2-yard gain, we'll call it, for Tristan Childers. Stack out here to the numbers on the right. Childers in the pistol. 2nd down and 8 for Boaz. 6:40 to play in the half. Here is a fake. Pierce wants to throw. He's in trouble. He's going down. They'll sack him. Good rush off the backside by number 6, Jeremiah Strickland, and he will sack Tyler Pierce. They were trying to get it to either Hudgens or Brock down the field, but he got hit from behind, did Tyler Pierce, and he didn't have time to set up and throw it all.
Yeah, I think it was run pass option, but he wanted to throw it, and somebody got him from the backside, loss of 5. So now Boaz facing 3rd and 13 from the 47.
Pierce was actually fortunate not to fumble that ball. He did a good job of securing it after the contact came. 3rd and 13. He will try to throw here. He's going to try to throw back to the left. Can't find anybody. Now running right. Got a good block. He's to the 40. He's to the 35, still on his feet. And they say he stepped out of bounds at the 38. So it'll be about 4 yards short of the 1st down marker.
Yeah, I think he tried to stay in bounds. It was close, but it had time to possibly pick up the 1st down if he'd not stepped out of bounds.
They were moving everybody to the right that time, but trying to throw back to somebody on the left, and he looked like he was open over there, but Tyler couldn't get it to him. So Boaz will go for it here on 4th and 4 at the Lee 38. And here is Pierce putting Hudgens in motion. He's going to fake to Jakai. Tyler's going to keep it. He's got his 1st down. He's to the 30, stays on his feet, and then trips over the 25-yard line. He's going to go down at about the 23, but a 1st down for Boaz as they convert the 4th down.
Pick up 15 yards.
If he is able to keep his feet, he's probably going to score there, Ricky.
He stumbled right after he broke through the line of scrimmage, and I thought he had his feet back under him, but he didn't.
Mason Gaither is the blocking back. And here is a give to Tristan Childers running to the left, and he's going nowhere. They'll drop him for a loss. Good pursuit that time by Mertz, Skylar Mertz. So a gain of a loss of a couple there. It'll be 2nd down and 12. 5:12 to play in the half. Boaz leading at 20-2. Looking to add more here, but they're behind the chains on the 2nd and 12 from the Lee 25. Pierce in the shotgun. Childers in the backfield with him. They move the formation to the right. Stack on the numbers to the right. Pierce backs up, wants to throw. Looking. Now he's being pursued. He's going to lift one across the field and incomplete. Trying to get it to Brock over there, and that was a long pass to make from the near hash all the way over to the far numbers down around the 5-yard line. He was trying to throw that one about 40 yards across the field and never did get there.
3rd down and 12. Boaz 2 out of 4 on 3rd downs.
Kind of wonder if Boaz doesn't pick it up here if they send a field goal unit in.
Yeah, right here would be 27, 32, 42-yarder for Jose. He's got the leg for it, and we'll see what they do.
3rd down and 12 for the Pirates. Here's Pierce. He's going to fake to Childers. He wants to throw. Sets up. He's in trouble. He's trying to run out of that trouble out to the left, and he is going to be taken down, hit hard, and a foul coming in, a penalty flag. I think they may get Zion Thomas with a targeting there. As Pierce was going to the ground, and that might have been helmet-to-helmet contact. It is. It's a personal foul targeting on Lee, and that's going to give Boaz a first down. They're going to mark it from where it happened, I believe, which is the 28. So with the 15 yards, it should be a first down or close to it.
Well, it would be half the distance, so it would be 14. So is it automatic first down?
There's no automatic first downs
so it would be,
in high school.
replay the down, so it would be 3rd down and 1.
They're going to mark it down at the 13.
So it,
are they going to measure here? Hold on. And I believe it's going to be 3rd down, yes. So they do get the down over, which will be helpful, and it'll be 3rd and short, very short. They just need a few feet, less than a few feet. Lee would look like their defense was going toward the sideline. Now they're going to get back out there. Clock on the move at 4:15 in the half. Boaz needing inches here on 3rd down. Childers in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff, running to the left. Childers still on his feet inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6. So a first down Boaz, a 1st and goal to go situation for the Pirates. Looking to add to their 20-2 lead here. They've got everybody in tight, Ricky. They sent in a lot of kind of a heavy set here, and the formation is to the right. And here is Pierce under center. He's going to hand off to Childers, and Childers is going to get dropped for a loss of a couple of yards by Skylar Mertz. Mertz has made some tackles behind the line tonight in the first half.
back to the 8, so a loss of 2.
It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 8 for Boaz. And they're going to lift some of those guys who were just in there and spread it out a little bit as Hudgens comes back in and Brock comes back in. They're going to split to either side this time. Childers is in the backfield, lined up in an I formation, or actually Fan is in as a blocking back on the right. On 2nd and goal from
Boaz
the
needs
8.
to hurry.
2 seconds on the play clock, and now a timeout is going to be taken by Boaz, and that's going to be their final timeout of the half. So we have 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Boaz leading 20-2. We'll be back. This is the Boaz Network.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Boaz facing 2nd and goal at the 8. Ricky, let's talk about the playoff situation for a moment. Southside, with a win tonight, would clinch the number 1 seed in Class 5A Region 6, and that would be where Boaz would go in the first round. If they lose tonight to Etowah, then Leeds would be the region champion, and Boaz would travel to Leeds.
Southside's playing for first or third. If they lose, they're going to be third, and they'll have to travel to Scottsboro if they lose tonight. But if not, if they win, we're going there as the number 4 seed, and Leeds would be the 2, and Moody be the 3.
Right now, Southside leads 14-7. Here's a handoff to Tristan Childers. He's going to the left, pushing the pile forward inside the 5, or right around the 5. And it'll be a pickup of about 3 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 5 for Boaz here. Boaz content to run this clock down as they try to push the ball into the end zone here, but they'll face 3rd and goal. Sage Bennett checks into the game, so does Presley Fant. Childers comes out, so does Carson Gable. And Boaz has it 3rd and goal at the 5. Pierce has Fant in the backfield with him now. He motions Fant out of the backfield. Pierce wants to throw, fakes a pass. Now he'll throw it in the end zone. Wide open, Ja'Kai Hudgens. Touchdown, Boaz. There was nobody with Ja'Kai Hudgens just across the goal line. That's the 2nd touchdown pass of the night for Tyler Pierce. The 1st touchdown catch of the night for Ja'Kai Hudgens, and his 8th of the season.
And that he was wide open. Somehow he snuck in, and Lee lost him in the crowd, and 5-yard touchdown pass for Tyler Pierce to Ja'Kai.
Argine, kick in the air, and the kick is good. 2:14 to play in the half. Boaz now on top, 27-2. This is the Boaz Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in to feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Fall's around the corner, and so is your Husqvarna dealer. Husqvarna is known for high-performing, durable, and innovative products. So is it any wonder why your Husqvarna dealer is the best in the business at what they do? Providing products, maintenance, parts, and accessories whenever and wherever you need them. With a nationwide network of dealers, you don't have to go far. Visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Boaz leading 27-2. Another nice touchdown drive by the Pirates.
Yeah, 13 plays, 69 yards, and that one took 5 minutes and 37 seconds. So Boaz with a 27-2 lead. I know if you're Lee's wants to get a touchdown here because they get the ball to start the second half. So Lee's looking to make it two in a row.
Problem is I think they have 1 first down tonight.
They have none.
They have no first downs tonight.
No first downs and 22 total yards.
Here's Argine's kick. It's going to come down to one of the up men, and he's going to go forward with it across the 30 and rolling out of bounds. I believe that was number 30, Ricky, Blake Earl, who had it. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals. Where are they going to mark him? At the 36-yard line, I believe. Marquise Crutcher, the tackler there for the Pirates.
Actually, the 35.
Yes. This is This is the first time in a long time that Lee has started a drive in their own territory.
Yeah, the last 3 has been in Boaz territory.
But they've not been able to move it at all. And here they are. It looks like Patrick Bailey's going to come back in and be the quarterback here for the Generals. And I think he's got McCarver in the backfield with him. Marcus McCarver, number 32. 3 men flanked to the left, 1 to the right. Bailey backs up. He's going to throw. This one is tipped in the air and incomplete. That was Fant who got a hand on that one. And it's going to be 2nd and 10. We've seen a couple of those balls just go straight up in the air with the crazy spin on it. Boaz returned one of those for a touchdown. The other 2 just falling harmlessly to the ground. But here it is, 2nd and 10 at the 35. Boaz getting a good rush on the quarterback, Bailey, when he's tried to throw it. 3 men wide left, 1 to the right. He went to a hard count there. Boaz did not get into the neutral zone. Running back lined up to Bailey's left. They're going to have to hurry. He takes a snap. It's an errant snap, and in the backfield he's hit and going down behind the line. They had trouble with the snap, and as Bailey got it into the gut of McCarver, Boaz was all over him.
Yeah, that threw off the timing, and Boaz was back there and dropped McCarver for a 5-yard loss. So now
Guerreri and others, I couldn't tell who all was in on that, but about 4 or 5 of them converged.
Now would be one of those situations if Boaz had a timeout, they might would call it to stop the clock, but they don't have it. But 3rd down and 15.
A minute and a half to play here in the half. 3rd and 15, as Ricky said, back at the 30-yard line. And again, 5 seconds on the play clock. Lee, 2 seconds, 1 second. They get it off just in time. They hand off to McCarver, and he is hit and goes down to a knee. I think Carson Gable got his hand on him after a gain of only a yard. It's going to be 4th and 14 as the clock continues to move here, and they will be in a punting situation. Johnson will back up to punt, and Boaz is going to stick Wade Dobbins back there. Clock running down now to 50 seconds in the half. Again, Boaz has no timeouts left, so they can't stop it.
Southside now leads 17-7 late in the 2nd quarter.
So Lee getting a man on the field late. 5 seconds on the play clock. Johnson has the snap. Boaz with a heavy rush. He gets it out of there, and it is straight up in the air. Right up the chute, takes a Boaz bounce, and will be downed at the Boaz 38-yard line. And Boaz is going to have great field position here with 22.7 seconds left.
Good pass, get out of bounds, and kick field goal.
Boaz cannot stop it unless they do get out of bounds. They could get a first down and clock it, but they're going to have to hurry to do that. 22.7 seconds left. The Pirates will try to add a few more points here late in the 2nd quarter as the Pirates break the huddle from the sideline. Fant and Hudgens are going to line up out here on the right side. Boaz looks a little bit confused out here with the receivers. Pierce is going to fake out that way. He's going to go back to the left. It is caught. No, they'll say he's out of bounds. He tried to get it to Brock. That was a great back shoulder throw, but a little bit too far out.
It was, yeah. So 2nd down and 10, 14 seconds to go. So Boaz got time for maybe one more play if they can get down the field and get a completion and maybe out of bounds.
I think Boaz, if they can protect Pierce here, they'll have a chance to get one down the field. And they will throw it out here to Hudgens on the right side. He goes out of bounds at the 30. 8.6 seconds left. And I think it may be, are we going to kick a field goal now? Yeah, Jose's coming out here. They are going to put it down at the 37. This would be a 47-yard field goal. And this would tie the record for field goals made in a career if he can hit this one. Gets a leg into it, no.
I think it may have been tipped.
May have. It was a good rush. And with 2.2 seconds left, Lee will get it back here. And I don't think they'll do anything with it, maybe but take a knee.
Yeah.
Boaz defense, Ricky, has picked up where they left off the last couple of second halves. They have been really, really terrific here in the first half.
Yeah, they've only given up total of 18 yards on 20 plays. Lee only has 18 yards, 20 plays, 18 yards rushing. They have no yards passing. They completed one pass, but it was for 0 yards. It was at the line of scrimmage.
They also completed one to Boaz for a touchdown.
Oh, true, right, yes.
They're going to get Van in the game here, and he is just going to keep it right up the middle, and he is going down as he crosses the 25-yard line. And Presley Fan on the stop, and that's going to end the first half of play. And the first half was all Boaz. Only one mistake by the Pirates, a safety, got Lee the 2 points they have, and that is going to send us to halftime with Boaz leading it 27-2. We're going to send it to Kim at the studio. She'll take you through halftime, and we'll be back with the third quarter. This is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
This is Julie Battles for Twilight Monument Company. It's hard to lose someone you love, and at Twilight Monument Company, they want to help give your loved one a nice memorial that you can enjoy for generations. Come see my papa, Jerry Battles, at Twilight Monument Company, 256-593-7792.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family-owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
To make some noise because it's showtime! Entering the field, they call him Mr. Drum Major, sir. Some say he's the best to ever do it. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Showtime himself, Devontae Cunningham! My pleasure to introduce to you the most exciting, the most entertaining, and the most thrilling band in all the land. Presenting the 2023 edition of the 5-Star Marching Machine of the one and the only Lee High School. The band is performing a drill to Shaka Khan's hit, Ain't Nobody. what you call a 5-star drill. And now here comes the Lehigh Auxiliary performing the Sam Sparrows Black and Gold. We are featuring the Silver Stars Dance Team, the Lady Silks Flag Team, and the Blue Diamond Majorettes. And now it's time to transition into dance band formation. We will be performing Glorilla's FNF, Metro Boomin and future superhero Kendrick Lamar's N95, and Lil Uzi Vert's Just Wanna Rock. Now dig, now dig, now dig. Hey! Director of Bands, Mr. Reginald Pearson. Assistant Director, Mr. Allende Minor. Drum Major Coordinator, Mr. Daniel Terry. Auxiliary Coordinator is Miss Ashley Travick. Silks Coach, Miss Danielle Travick and Shakivia Williams. Majorette Coach is Miss Anjanette Yarbrough. On behalf of our principal, Mrs. Catrice Terrain, thank you and good night.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Hello, I'm Dylan Battles with Twilight Monument Company here in Boaz. We have one of the largest selections on Sand Mountain. I invite you to come by and see my papa, Jerry Battles at Twilight Monument Company. Give us a call at 256-593-7792.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
At the Carpet Store, Highway 431 in Albertville, we're more than just our name. Sure, we're carpet, but we're so much more. We're ceramic floors, showers, backsplashes. We're hardwood, laminate, and luxury vinyl tile. We're installation supplies, vinyl flooring, and remnants. Why not visit our beautiful showroom and let our professional sales staff show you all the things we are? The Carpet Store, Mosley Flooring, Highway 431 in Albertville, where we're so much more than just our name.
Your Boaz High School Marching Pirates! The band is under the direction of Alex Stevenson and Lauren Lingerfeld. Our auxiliary sponsor is Martina McCormick, color guard instructor Madeline Emery, marching and music instructor Chris Vaughn, logistics specialist is Jake Knighton. The band is under the field direction of drum major Veldy Smith. Band captain is Styles Waldrop, horn sergeant is Adon Diaz, percussion captain Luke Maples, color guard captain Michaela Brownrigg, dance line captain is Adeline Miller. Tonight's featured soloist Cameron Gile on trumpet. The band is proud to present their 2023 production, the award-winning 8 competition in a row division champion Boaz High School Marching Pirates will perform Rhapsody, the music of Queen, featuring some of the most iconic music of the rock era. So clap your hands and stomp your feet because the Marching Pirates are gonna rock you. Drum major Veldy Smith, is your band ready? You may take the field for exhibition. High School Marching Pirates.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LF Corley Jr. Stadium, along with Ricky Smith and Troy Rogers. This is Patrick Williams as we are at halftime. The final regular season high school football game of the year. The Boaz Pirates lead this one at halftime, 27-2 over the Lee of Huntsville Generals. And, Ricky, the first half was all Boaz. They played really, really well in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about before the game, Boaz defensively needing to continue doing what they've done the last 2 games, especially the last 2 second halves. Well, they actually did that from the get-go today. Offensively, kept doing what they've been doing, but defensively is where the Pirates have been stellar today. Lee with 21 total plays, but only 24 total yards. 15 plays, 15 rushes, 24 yards. Their quarterbacks are 1 out of 6 for 0 yards, and then 1 interception that was a touchdown by Jacob Guerreri. Boaz, on the other hand, pretty balanced. 195 total yards, 35 plays. Tyler Pierce, 7 out of 10 for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, 24 rushes, 104 rushing yards. Tristan Childers, 15 carries, 69 yards. Tyler Pierce, 6 carries, 39 yards. Tyler Pierce has a touchdown, really accounted for all 3 offensive touchdowns that Boaz has scored, thrown for 2, rushed for 1. So a good half overall.
Let me give you some other scores from around the area. Scottsboro at halftime leading Decatur 27-14. Douglas on top of North Sand Mountain 35-7 at the half. Etowah scored a late touchdown in the half to go up 20-17 on Southside. It's a game we're watching very closely. Gunnersville leading Albertville 50-0 at the half, and Woodville leading Asbury 45-7. That was a second quarter score. So a few scores from around, and haven't heard anything on Sardis Hoax Bluff tonight or Center Point and Leeds, another game we're kind of interested in, but.
Center Point and Leeds played last night.
Okay.
Leeds beat them. I can't remember the score, but Leeds beat Center Point last night.
So that is why Southside must win tonight to win that region. But right now, Etowah with a lead at the half. So we'll see if the Panthers can put it together in the second half. And
we've been to Leeds a few years ago and been to Southside earlier this year and had the lead, and come away with a loss in the end in overtime. But fixing to start the second half, Jose Arguin's got it teed up, and I'm sure Lee just would love to have some kind of offense. They still do not have a first down.
Jose's going to kick this one deep. It's going into the end zone for the touchback. That's the first time he's even tried to do that tonight. His other kicks have gone off of Lee players, and they've somehow managed to recover the Muffs. And they're going to start this drive at their own 20. And they have no first downs in the game.
No first downs in the game. Patrick Bailey, the starting quarterback, has thrown all the passes, 1 out of 6. LaShawn Van, the other quarterback, is actually their leading rusher. He's ran 5 times for 19 yards. So they appear to be two different quarterbacks. Van wants to run the ball. Bailey is the passer.
And Van is in there to start the second half of play. And he is going to hand off immediately to the running back, Carlin Long, and he is hit right when he takes a handoff, and I think they're going to give him forward progress for about a foot. No, let's just call it no gain, Ricky. Right there at the 20, it'll be 2nd and 10 as Braden Bennett came in to fill the hole and put Long on the ground.
And, in the first half, Lee used a lot of time. So had a couple of delay of games, and they didn't appear to be in any hurry. And same thing on the start of this possession.
2nd down and 10 from the 20. Van in the shotgun. He's got Long in the backfield with him. This time he's going to back up and try to throw for the first time. Up in the air, that ball is going to be picked off. Intercepted at the 45 to the 40, and back to the 30 goes Wade Dobbins. Dobbins with the interception, his 2nd of the season. And that's the first pass that LaShawn Vanna has attempted tonight, and he throws a pick. That's the 2nd pick of the night for Boaz.
He underthrew it, and Dobbins was just like the receiver. They're waiting on it. Caught it, returned it 13 yards to the lead 30, so sets up Boaz in great field position.
So the Pirates at the 30 get back out there after the turnover. Brock lined up wide left, 2 men wide to the right. Here's Pierce. He is going to hand off to Tristan Childers. Childers running left, got room, 25-20. Childers to the 15, to the 10. He's to the 5 and dragged out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Do we have a flag? No, we do not have a flag. Jaden Jewell making the touchdown-saving tackle there on a good run on the first play of the second half for Boaz.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4.
1st and goal from there for the Pirates.
That run, 26 yards for Tristan.
2 men wide right, 1 to the left. Childers again will get the handoff, running to the left, same play, and he'll carry a man on his back down to about the 2. Couple of yards there. Tyler Garner was the one who was piggybacking him. 2nd and goal from the 2. And Boaz is going to send in that heavy set. Valerio Garcia, Carson Gable, Frankie Velasquez, they all check in. Presley Fant. And Pierce is going under center here on 2nd and goal from the 2. He's going to keep it. He's going to push ahead. He's in. Touchdown, Boaz. Tyler Pierce, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, his 4th total touchdown on the night, and he's having a big game. And the Pirates score on their first possession of the second half and go up 33-2 with the extra point pending.
Capitalized on the 2nd turnover of the night for Lee, and the first one returned interception for a touchdown. This one, Wade Dobbins with the interception. Boaz turns it into a touchdown 3 plays later.
Arguin sets up to kick. Pierce will hold, and Tyler Osborne will snap. Kick is away, and the kick is good. 10:20 to play, 3rd quarter. It's Boaz 34 and Lee 2. This is the Boaz Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Fall's around the corner, and so is your Husqvarna dealer. Husqvarna is known for high-performing, durable, and innovative products. So is it any wonder why your Husqvarna dealer is the best in the business at what they do? Providing products, maintenance, parts, and accessories whenever and wherever you need them. With a nationwide network of dealers, you don't have to go far. Visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
Boaz Pirates taking it on a 3-play drive from the 30-yard line and taking it in for the touchdown here to start the second half after getting a takeaway. Wade Dobbins with his second interception of the season. 10:20 to play in the third. Boaz leading now 34-2. Basically, the only bad thing that has happened for Boaz is a fumble and here is a kick that is taken by the up man, and he is going to step out of bounds, I think. Is number 6, Jeremiah Strickland, who took it. There's a flag down. I think Boaz may have been offside, so they blew it dead. I guess that's why everybody kind of stood up. It was whistled dead. We couldn't hear it up here because we've got our windows closed tonight, folks. It's quite chilly. So Boaz is going to back it up 5 yards, and I'm sure Jose will probably kick this one in as far as he can now. As they're getting a sign from the sideline about what they want to do here. Jose has it on the tee now, and he approaches the ball, and he's going to kick it short again. And that ball is loose, and it is still loose, and Lee falls on it. Boaz could not fall on it. I think number 23, Zion Thomas, was a man who fell on the ball, but, man, it hit about 3 or 4 Pirates, and they couldn't just fall on it. It was caroming around like a bumper pool. And they will have it at their own 41 here to start this drive. That had the intended result, result, but it didn't finish the right way. I don't know the best way to say it. But Lee will control the ball here at their own 41 with the ball on the left hash and moving right to left as you listen.
Bailey back in at quarterback.
And he is going to have an empty backfield here, Ricky. 2 men wide left, 3 to the right. And a timeout.
Delay of game.
It is a delay of game. And again, at the beginning of a drive, we've seen that. This is now the 3rd time we've seen them have a delay of game at the beginning of a drive. And they will mark this one back 5 yards. I think it's actually the 2nd time. The other time they were able to get a timeout called. So 1st and 15, back to the 36. And here's Bailey. He's going to throw a screen pass, and it is dropped. And they're going to call this, and they should call that an incomplete pass, and they do. Trying to get it out here to Thomas, and he just dropped it. Took his eyes off of it. He was open, and I don't know how far he was going to go. Boaz had some gray jerseys over in the area. But it'll be 2nd and 15 here with Bailey. And Marcus McCarver has moved into the backfield as a running back. And there is Boaz jumping off sides on the hard count by Bailey. So they're going to get the 5 yards back that they lost on the delay of game. It's going to be 2nd and 10 at the 41.
Our Lee moved.
Oh, they're going to call it a false start. Wow.
I think the official on the other side had the offsides, but the official on this near side got Lee. The guy moved first.
Ricky, we have not seen the guy that started at running back for them, Terrell Matthews, since he went down in the first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 20 now. Here's Bailey setting up to throw. He's going to throw it down the field, nowhere near the intended receiver who had stopped. That was Johnson. He had stopped at around the 45-yard line as he had about 3 Pirates around him.
Yeah, just a miscommunication.
Boaz has Ja'Kai Hudgens in the secondary. Coach told me that he was going to play some back there tonight.
So 3rd and 20.
And Drew Patel checks into the game for Boaz. He's going to line up on the right side of the defensive line. Bailey in the gun with 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. And he is going to back up and try to throw. It is way over the head of his intended receiver, Zion Thomas. And Bailey was getting a lot of heat from Presley Fan. He had to get rid of that one early. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Generals. They've been absolutely horrible on offense tonight. You can't really say it any other way, Ricky.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how they've won 5 games.
A little bit uninspired tonight.
They are, yes. Brandon Johnson in to punt.
Yeah, it is cold.
For his 4th punt of the night.
And he takes the snap and gets it out of there. Boaz, with nobody deep here, they'll just let the ball bounce and take the good field position that this is going to merit at the 43-yard line. The Boaz 43, and the Pirates will take over on offense here. 9:33 third quarter. Boaz leading 34-2, and they have it back at the 43-yard line. And is there a flag down? There is a marker, Ricky, at midfield. Let's check this. This looks like it could be in the area of holding, and that is the call against Boaz. And that was not a smart foul,
exactly,
because Boaz
right.
didn't have anybody back to receive the kick. So they're going to mark this one from where it rolled dead. This is going to take the ball back to the 33-yard line, and the Pirates will begin this drive from there, moving left to right. Actually, that's an 11-yard penalty back to the 32. So Boaz will have it 1st and 10 from there. Pierce will have Childers in the backfield lined up to his left hip. 3 wide receivers, and they're going to hand off to Tristan. Tristan's running to the right, turns the corner, 30, 35, 40, and ridden out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That's close to a 1st down, and I believe where the official is marking it on this near side, it is going to be a 1st down. Caleb Schultz finished him off, but that will move the sticks. An 11-yard gain for Childers. Bo Brock lines up wide left, and Ja'Kai Hudgens out here to the right along with Sage Bennett. Motion by Tyler Sullivan from left to right, and now motion by Bennett. There is a low snap. Pierce digs it out. He's going to throw a pass to Hudgens. He catches it and then spins ahead up to the 45-yard line. That's Jacob Williams on the tackle for Lee, but that's another Boaz 1st down up to the 44. That was a errant snap that Pierce had to dig out and then somehow collect himself and throw a strike to Hudgens. 1st and 10 at the 44. Here's Tyler. He's going to hand to Tristan Childers running right. He is breaking a tackle, and he is going to be taken down out of bounds over here on the near sideline by Schultz again. And they will put it down at the 37-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 7 on 1st down there for Tristan. Bennett and Hudgens to the right, Brock to the left, way out there on the numbers, the far side. Fant back in the backfield for Boaz here. And here's Pierce. He's going to hand off to Presley Fant. Big hole, 35-30. He's to the 25. Fant to the 20, and he is going to be tackled inside the 20-yard line. by number 42. And we do not have him on our roster. Not sure who made that. It was 42 who made the tackle, Ricky, and that may be one of those duplicate
yes.
41s there. But that's a first down for Boaz, now in the red zone at the 18-yard line. Big run by Fant off the left side, and a huge hole opened up by the offensive line. Boaz will huddle up the skill players here, and then they'll break out of it. Little sugar huddle, and a flag is going to be whistled. Boaz moved early. Not sure what happened there, but as Boaz came out of that little sugar huddle, somebody on the offensive line moved, and that will cost the Pirates 5 yards back to the 23. It'll be 1st and 15. 8:12 to play in the third. Third quarter has been all Boaz. Bo Brock wide left, 2 men wide right. Fan in the backfield with Pierce. Tyler takes the deep snap, leaves it with Presley Fant. Same play, running left, same result. 15-10, Presley to the 5. He's in! Touchdown, Boaz! A meager effort at the goal line by number 10, Israel Caldwell, and he was no match for Presley Fant as Fant takes it in for the score. That is his 4th touchdown of the season.
23-yard touchdown run, and that drive was pretty much all Presley. All but except for the pass to Jakai.
Childers carried it a couple of times early in the drive.
Yes.
So here's Arguin to try to add the point after. High snap. Pierce got it down, and Arguin kicked it through. 7:49 in the third. It's now Boaz 41 and the Lee Generals 2. This is the Boaz Network.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments. We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
Boaz leading 41-2. Very few mistakes by Boaz tonight. They did have an extra point blocked. They did miss a field goal, and they did get a fumble covered in the end zone.
Yeah, and
they gave up a safety, but other than that,
5 penalties, and that's not too bad. So just a great night overall. 298, almost 300 total yards for Boaz. Tristan Childers, 108 yards, 18 carries. Presley Fant, 50 yards.
Jose's kick is going to be a short kick, and it's going to come down on a fair catch by Thomas. And he will have the ball at the 31-yard line. That's where Lee will start. It really hasn't mattered where they've started tonight, Ricky. It's
not been good.
They have not attained a first down in the game.
They are not, and they are averaging less than a yard per play. They've only ran 26 plays, 24 yards. Boaz, on the other hand, 42 plays that they have ran, and the time of possession is as lopsided as the number of plays.
And there should have been a penalty there, and it was. They blow it dead. Van is the quarterback here, and Lee moved early, and that's going to cost the Generals 5 yards on the pre-snap penalty back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. And they've been behind the sticks a lot tonight.
Pretty much all night long. That's our 8th penalty, 47 yards. They have as many negative yards as they have positive yards.
2 men wide right, 1 to the left. Here is motion out of the backfield. Van is going to keep, and he's going nowhere. He's grabbed by the leg by Jacob Guerreri and pushed back. This is going to be a tackle for loss for Guerreri, and we've got some extracurriculars here as the two teams come in to separate, and Coach Jeremy Sullivan getting Guerreri off the field, and the officials will have to sort this one out. Not sure exactly what was going on. Guerreri made the tackle because the whistle never blew. He kept pushing him back, and they didn't whistle it dead, so he kind of gave the quarterback, Van, a shove, and I think maybe one of the offensive linemen took exception to that. And are they going to whistle personal fouls against both players here? Here's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Lee. And you called it right, Troy. You said it shouldn't be. So that will cost the Generals another penalty. And it's after the play, right? Didn't he call it a dead ball?
Yeah, it should be a dead ball, yeah.
So they will lose the down and the yardage. Coach Sullivan just wants to make sure everything's on the up and up here with the officials. And it's going to put it back to the 12-yard line. That's going to be a half the distance penalty. And I think Coach Sullivan wants to call timeout here and gather the team up and talk to them a little bit. Yeah, he's getting the whole team together. Boaz calling timeout here with 7:23 in the third. We're going to keep it right here. Coach Sullivan doing a little management here, making sure that nobody does anything crazy going into the postseason, and just checking everybody at the door, if you will, and not letting Lee do something to get under the skin of the Pirate players to cost somebody an ejection or anything like that. So
he's play smart is what he's telling them, because you're the one ahead. You're up 41-2. They're the ones that's letting their emotions get a little bit out of whack, and Lee's going to be facing 2nd down and 29 when they come back.
The ball's way back at the 12-yard line, and the officials are huddled up over there. They did not disqualify the Lee offensive lineman that took exception to Jacob Guerreri on that play, but they continue to get negative yardage.
Yeah, 27 plays now, 22 total yards. Still no first downs.
And Boaz breaks out of that timeout, their first called timeout here in the second half. Just regrouping a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of those for Coach Sullivan. You don't mind wasting a timeout to make sure we've got our heads on straight.
Exactly. 2nd and 29 for Lee here. Van in the backfield. He's got McCarver lined up in the pistol behind him. And referee Eric Scott is writing some notes back there. He has not put the ball in play yet. Both teams out there ready to go. And the Lee Generals are in a bad way here. It's been hard for them to get 2 or 3 yards on a play, much less what they've got to get here. And here is Van in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to back up and try to throw it here. He's running to the right, and it is incomplete, broken up over there on the far side.
I can't tell who that defensive back
I
is.
believe it was Crutcher who actually got his hand in there, or Fawcett. It was one of the two that was guarding the intended target. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 29. Or it could be Dobbins. Actually, it may have been Dobbins who made that breakup, Ricky. Let's give it to him. Yeah, he's on the outside guy. So 3rd and 29. They almost got a sack there. The Boaz
They did. They got him as
ran over each other.
He threw it as he was being brought down.
And this one is going to merit a timeout.
No, or is it a timeout?
Yes, it is a timeout.
Okay.
So we're going to break on this one. 7:13 in the 3rd. Boaz leading 41-2. This is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Hello, I am Ryan Battles with Twilight Monument Company. I'd love for you to come by and see my papa, Jerry Battles, for all your monumental needs. Give us a call at Twilight Monument Company at 256-593-7792.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters. Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company.
Ricky, this 3rd quarter has moved at a snail's pace.
It has. We've been averaging, finishing up the last few games before 9:30, but not that we're not at the pace we're headed now.
No, just before 9 o'clock, and we are still at 7:13 to play in the 3rd quarter. We've had a lot of stoppages in play and delays and penalties here at the first part of the 3rd quarter, and that has caused things to really slow down as the 3rd and 29 play coming up here for Lee, and they've got Bailey back in the game at quarterback. Patrick Bailey takes a snap. He's going to load up and throw. That ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, I believe, and incomplete. Good effort by the intended receiver, Brandon Johnson, as he was going down to the ground to try to field it, but it was short, and it'll bring up 4th down and 29.
Yeah, if he catches it, it's going to be way short of the 1st down, so looks like Johnson coming in to punt. He punted 4 times for 27-yard average.
His last one went straight up the chute for a very short punt. And he will punt it here. And again, Boaz will not put anybody deep. They'll just let the result be what it is. Gets it out of there. This is a little bit better effort here. Takes a Lee roll. He catches it. He was going to continue to roll. But he downed it on the 49, did Zion Thomas. So it'll be Boaz ball again in Lee territory to start this drive. And Boaz back out there, going back out on offense here from the from the Lee 49. Pierce is going to have Childers in the backfield. Childers has had a couple of 150-yard games in a row, but he hasn't carried it as much tonight. He is going to get the handle here, though. He's at the 45. The man has him by the jersey as he carries him across the 40. It was 21 Mertz, but that'll be a first down. Childers, if he doesn't grab him by the jersey, he's probably going to score a touchdown running right down the numbers.
And he drug him about 5 or 6 yards, 38-yard line. They're going to put it.
An 11-yard gain there for Childers, so his totals are creeping up. 2 men wide left, and Childers in the backfield behind Pierce. They're going to give it to Tristan. Tristan running to the right. A lot of interference there, not much on that carry, maybe a yard or maybe none. We'll see. Put it right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pirates. Boaz really wanting the clock to click down here.
Well, I'm sure Lee does too.
I believe you're right. .5:45 remaining in the third. Here's Pierce. He's going to hand it to Childers. Childers tries to get outside. Can't break away from a tackler. That was 54.
Oh, wow.
Jeremiah Matthews. And here is a flag coming in, and it looks like 3 flags coming in. And it looks like one of the Lee defenders was doing a number on Dawson Wright. And they'll sort this one out. This might result in a disqualification, Troy.
Well, he's going out of the game.
There were 4 flags on the play.
Yeah.
And Coach Sullivan getting Dawson Wright over here and settling him down. That's a personal foul. And he was disqualified.
He was disqualified.
Big cheer from the Boaz fans when they hear B.J. Jones, our PA announcer, announce the disqualification. I had turned my head down, Troy.
Yes.
And you were watching that, and you got it right. So that's going to result in a first down for Boaz after the 15 yards are stepped off from the 35-yard line. That's going to put it down at the 20. And so referee Eric Scott's going to go over and talk to Coach Irving McGuire, tell him what was going on, because it happened way away from the Lee sideline. It was over here basically on the numbers or on the near hash.
And that's the second play in the last few minutes where a Lee player has been penalized for unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, and that one, as you said, resulted in an ejection.
And you see why Coach Sullivan gathered the team up a few minutes ago and had that little chat with them about, hey, let's not do anything crazy. If they're going to do something crazy,
let them be the one to get disqualified. I mean, if they don't have a game to play next week.
Correct.
So, but I'm sure there'll be consequences for that player.
That was Javion Slaughter, number 99.
Yeah, he's a senior, so, but like I said, they don't have a game to play next week, I'm sure. And you may know, I don't know if he's a basketball player. If he is a basketball player, he wouldn't be able to play in the game before he did any kind of penalty consequences.
Well, they would have to. He has to complete the captain's course from the National Federation of High Schools and then pay a fine.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's kind of up to the school about if you hold him out till they get that done or what happens. So.
But all the officials are writing down what's happened and who it was.
Those kinds of things have to be reported to the AHSAA, and they'll do that after the game tonight. Eric Scott will actually have to write up a report and send that in. And same thing happened to a Boaz player last week.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. We got it at the 20, 1st and 10 in the red zone.
5:31 to play in the third. And Boaz has it. And they put the clock in motion, and Boaz is going to run that clock. Pierce is actually over here on the sideline with Coach Sullivan, and now Tyler trots into the huddle to call the play to the rest of the team. A rare huddle. Presley Fantz in the backfield this time with Tyler Pierce. Tyler awaiting the snap, and I think Boaz moved early as it looked like Lee was shifting a little bit. Boaz had a man in motion, but one of the offensive linemen came up out of his stance, and that'll cost Boaz 5 yards. I think it may have been Eder. Cruz Lopez who moved over there. Somebody on the left side. Yeah. Or Israel Frasco. All right, 1st and 15. Here's Sage Bennett in motion. Here is a handoff to Fant. Fant's not going anywhere. Good job by the lead defensive line. Number 65, Ryan Tersenar made the stop. And that's a loss of a yard back to the 26. Boaz really doesn't want to throw the ball, but they get behind the chains like this, they may have to.
We've only thrown it one time in this third quarter.
Bo Bryant wide left. Ja'Kai Hudgens, Sage Bennett to the right. Here's a give to Fant running to the left, trying to turn the corner. He does. 20 penalty play. He's chopped down is Fant at about the 16-yard line. And tonight.
Are they going to go for two?
Looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. Going to stack the receivers out wide right. And McCarver will be the setback. They're also going to have a man wide left, Jordy Catan. Bailey is going to fake to McCarver, looking for Catan in the end zone, incomplete. Went off of his hands and out the back of the end zone. So with 24.3 seconds remaining in the third, Boaz leading 48-8. This is the Boaz Network. Lee with a first touchdown of the night, Ricky. A pretty good pass.
Yeah, 3 plays, 80 yards in the touchdown. Bailey to Johnson.
3 first downs in the drive.
3 first downs. There are only 3 first downs. That long pass put them over 100 total yards. They have now 102 total yards.
So before that drive, they only had 22.
Yes.
And they will kick off for only the second time tonight. Since the opening kickoff. Brandon Johnson does all the kicking for them. Boaz will have Dobbins and Kelly as the deep men. They could kick an onside kick here. That's what they're going to try. And it is going to be taken by one of the Boaz up men, and he goes to the ground at the 39-yard line. That was Isaac Fawcett. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 39. You know, these bounces get kind of crazy on this artificial surface.
It does, yeah. And
that's the end of the third quarter. Boaz 42, Lee 8. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of play. This is the Boaz Network.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Welcome back to Corley Stadium. Patrick Williams, Ricky Smith, and Troy Rogers are here as we are beginning the fourth quarter of play. It is Boaz with a 48-8 lead, and Boaz having all the second teamers out there here as we start the fourth quarter.
Look for the Boaz to just try to keep it on the ground.
Braden Bennett, I guess, is going to be the quarterback, or is it Will McCamey? There's a handoff on first down to Jonas Cornelius. And Jeremiah Strickland made the tackle. It is Will McCamey at quarterback. McCamey, 5'6", 130-pound freshman. I think he's a little taller than that. But no gain on the play for Jonas Cornelius. Cornelius, the sophomore at 5'2", 114 pounds, and I think he's a little bigger than that. But Cornelius has carried the ball a few times this year That was his 6th carry on the year. Here's another one. He is taking it straight ahead and fighting his way across the 40 up to the 42-yard line. And the tackle made by number 55, Tyler Garner. 3rd and 7 for Boaz at the 42.
Updated score from Etowah. Etowah now leads 27-17.
Payne Gray will come wide left. 2 men wide to the right. McCamey with a hard count on 3rd down and 7 here. Play clock at 2, 1. And a timeout's going to be taken by Boaz. They couldn't get the play off in time. 10:25 remaining. And Boaz leading 48-8. This is the Boaz Network.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
Fall's around the corner, and so is your Husqvarna dealer. Husqvarna is known for high-performing, durable, and innovative products. So is it any wonder why your Husqvarna dealer is the best in the business at what they do? Providing products, maintenance, parts, and accessories whenever and wherever you need them. With a nationwide network of dealers, you don't have to go far. Visit a Husqvarna dealer near you.
You're on.
All right, Boaz on a 3rd down play, handoff going into the middle of the line on 3rd and 7, and that play going nowhere. Again, Cornelius, I believe, with the carry. No gain. It'll be 4th and 7, Boaz at the 42. And the Pirates, I imagine, are going to, it looks like McCamey's coming back out, so Boaz may go for it here. See if they give Will a chance to throw it. He has not attempted a pass this year. McCamey has a snap. He's going to hand it off to Cornelius. Jonas just about got away, fumbled the ball, still loose. And Lee is going to fall on it at midfield. Fumble actually worked out good for Boaz because it gave him about 4 more yards. So it'll be Lee taking over on downs. Cornelius just about broke away there. Just for everyone's information, you got 3 in-state college games tomorrow, back-to-back-to-back, a triple header if you're interested. Jack State is at South Carolina tomorrow. That game is at 11 o'clock on ESPNU. Then Auburn and Vanderbilt at 3 o'clock on the SEC network. And then Alabama and LSU at 6:45 on CBS. So sit back and enjoy those 3 games tomorrow. Here is Van, the quarterback. He's going to keep 45-40. LaShawn Van to the 35, and he'll be taken down. The ball, did it come out? No, he has it. Inside the 30 is where he'll take it down to the 27 or 28-yard line. Ryan Bolding on the tackle for Boaz. As we mentioned, Boaz has a lot of youngsters in the game in a situation like we're in now. That's obviously to be expected. Van is going to hand off this time to McCarver. Broke away from one man and now gets outside. 25-20, turns on the speed down to the 15.
He stepped out of bounds actually at the 19.
They will mark him there, and it'll be 2nd and 1. He showed a nice burst once he turned the corner and got on the sideline. He hasn't been able to do that much tonight. Clock on the move, 7:35. Here is the quarterback, Van. He's going to try to throw one in the end zone, and it is incomplete, trying to get it to Johnson. He was covered pretty well over here at the pylon by Demir Martinez. So 3rd and 1 here for Lee. And they'll put it down at the 24. And the clock's still moving. Here's a handoff to McCarver right up the middle. He's met in the hole, but he spins ahead for the first down. Ball nose in at the 15. Landon Baker making the tackle. Baker playing football tonight. He'll be swimming in a meet in Huntsville tomorrow. Actually, he's not swimming in that meet, but he will be swimming in a meet Tuesday at Boaz. Boaz trying to get a man off the field in a hurry, and they do not get him off the field. This is a free play, tipped up in the air, incomplete at about the 2 or 3 yard line. The pass intended for Catan, but Boaz is going to be guilty of an offside. Coach Sullivan not happy with the flag. So Boaz is going to be guilty of the 5-yard substitution penalty. And he is letting the line judge over here on the sideline hear about that. First and 5 from the 10. They spread it out here. Van in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He hands off to McCarver. Got around a couple of men still on his feet down to the 5 and tackled at about the 2. So it'll be 1st and goal for Lee. Baker again on the tackle along with Alex Pankey, the senior. Pankey 5'7", 170 pounds. 1st down and goal at the 2. 5 minutes to play. Van hands off to Johnson, who's in the backfield. He's stacked up, and they're going to stop him short of the goal line. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1. Senior Mariani Ambrosio, who's been injured for much of the year, is going to hustle into the game. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Johnson in the backfield with Van. Van's going to hand it to him again, and Boaz stacks him up, but I think he falls forward. Yes, touchdown Lee. So Lee has put a couple of touchdowns on the board here late in the second half. And they will bring Bailey in, I believe, to go for 2. Two men wide to the right, one to the left. McCarver is going to line up on the left side of Bailey on this 2-point attempt. Takes a snap, retreat, looking to throw. Overthrows his intended receiver. Catan in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is no good. 4:22 remaining, and Boaz leading it now 48-14. This is the Boaz Network.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
This is Julie Battles for Twilight Monument Company. It's hard to lose someone you love, and at Twilight Monument Company, they want to help give your loved one a nice memorial that you can enjoy for generations. Come see my papa, Jerry Battles, at Twilight Monument Company, 256-593-7792.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
I saw Taylor Knight, who was defending on that two-point conversion attempt there. He was the cornerback out on that far side, and he came to the sideline waving his fingers saying, no, 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 you're not going to throw it on me.
Yeah.
Knight and Pankey, the seniors, over here celebrating the failed two-point conversion for Boaz. Defending, and now Lee will kick off. Boaz 48-14, and here is Johnson to kick off for the Generals. They attempted an onside kick last time. And they will try it again here. And again, it is scooped up by Boaz, and he goes down immediately. And I think that was Tyler Osborne, maybe. Nope. That was Braden Bennett who actually fell on it over there. So the Pirates will start 1st and 10 at the 39. Happy senior night tonight.
Yeah, it's been a great night for Boaz, and a little bit of good momentum going into the playoffs next week.
The way things look, we may wind up going to Leeds.
Yes, that's the last score we had. Etowah was beating Southside.
Here is a handoff to Cornelius. Jonas Cornelius running left. He's got some room. Man, he took a shot there at the end of it from Skylar Mertz.
But he picked up 8, up to the 47.
It'll be 2nd and 2 for Boaz. 3:20 to go as Cornelius is going to come out of the game after that fine run.
One first down, and there may be a couple of first downs, and have this in hand.
Boaz has a new runner in the backfield. I think it's Brady McInerney. And he's going to get the handoff, running to the right. Brady turns the corner, broke a tackle midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Good run by Brady. McInerney. His mama kill us. McInerney. I was telling B.J. Jones, his mom will be all over us if we don't get his name right. McInerney. 1st and 10 at the 44 of Lee for the Pirates as McCamey hustles in from the sideline with the play. 10 on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry to get up there and get this one snapped.
Coach Sullivan's getting down to the official so he can call timeout if he has to.
Pull 1 second. He gets it off. The snap goes over his head. McCamey's just going to go back and fall on it as the snap went way over his head.
Way back. Back to the Boaz 33.
Yeah, that's a huge loss.
That is a loss of. My computer said that's a wrong side of the field, but loss of 23 yards. Clock is going to run, and second down right here, 2nd and 33. Boaz just run it a couple more times and may be able to run out the clock.
I think Cornelius is back in the backfield. And McCamey's going to drop to a knee here. It's actually McInerney in the backfield, but McCamey dropped to a knee. And that will bring up 3rd down. And Boaz will only have to snap it one more time here. Obviously, Lee not calling their timeouts, down 48-14. Boaz will just let it get down under 40. And McCamey will drop to a knee again. And he does it again. And that will do it. Two teams are going to line up, shake hands, and a tremendous win tonight for the Boaz Pirates.
Yeah, great defensive effort. Offense, a good night also, 361 total yards, even after that big loss on that play before. So just a good win. You know, they gave up a couple of token touchdowns to Lee in the 4th quarter, or in the second half. And Lee ended up with 147 total yards, but if you count what the starters played, Boaz was around 30 yards total given up.
The Pirates started out with a touchdown on their opening drive, and they just simply did not look back. It was a great win tonight on senior night here at Corley Stadium for the Boaz Pirates. And that is going to close things out here in the regular season. And we do not know where we're going to be going next week yet. We'll either be at Southside or at Leeds.
27-24 now. Southside over Etowah. I'm not sure where it is.
Etowah's leading.
Etowah's leading over Southside, yes.
All right, so see if Southside's able to make the comeback there. If they win, we're going to Southside again. If they lose, we're going to Leeds. So crazy few minutes left in that one, and hopefully the result will come. You'll be able to find that out at some point tonight. And we'll be in the first round of the playoffs next week for the 6th consecutive year. And the Boaz Pirates and the Lee Generals shaking hands, and will retreat to their respective sidelines for the playing of their alma maters. So that's going to do it for us from here. Next week we'll be on the air at 6:10 with the Alpha Insurance Better Coverage pregame show. Will Penton and Caleb Williams will have that show for you, presented by the Will Penton Agency. And they will have their, I guess they'll be doing their picks. They're going to
do that.
They were tied in their picks going into tonight, so we'll see how the results are once these games finish up over the weekend. And then next week at 6:30, Ricky will be on the air. He'll have the Sand Mountain football preview. He'll be previewing the playoff games that are taking place around the area, and then he'll have the coach Jeremy Sullivan pregame report. And then about 6:45, we'll be live from either Barney Hood Stadium in Southside or the stadium down at Leeds.
Yeah, the one-sided stadium in Leeds.
Exactly right. And hopefully we'll have a better result with the broadcast this year than we did when we were there a few years ago if we wound up back down there in Leeds. So Boaz finishing the regular season with 3 straight wins and getting the record even at 5-5 as we go to the postseason next week. So that's going to do it from here. The alma mater has been played. The Pirates are celebrating, and we'll be with you again, like I said, next Friday night. So that's going to do it from Corley Stadium. For Troy Rogers, for Ricky Smith. Again, your final score, Boaz 48 and Leeds 14 at Leeds. Lee 14 This is Patrick Williams saying so long, everyone.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. The mission at Sardis Baptist Church is to love people, lead them to Christ, and walk them through life. The staff and congregation at Sardis Baptist Church are proud supporters of Sardis schools, academics, and athletics. Go Lions! For all your insurance needs, life, home, auto, or business, give Philip Walker a call at 256-593-2000 or just stop by the office at 768 Highway 431 in Boaz.
Hello, I'm Dylan Battles with Twilight Monument Company here in Boaz. We have one of the largest selections on Sand Mountain. I invite you to come by and see my papa, Jerry Battles at Twilight Monument Company. Give us a call at 256-593-7792.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Gunnersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.